Guide the financial freedom and correcting your status in the system. Midwest EDU focuses on educating individuals about practical steps like managing debt, building savings, and investing strategically. Key principles include financial jewels like trusts, bonds, and legal instruments to protect and grow assets, correcting your status in the system. This involves reclaiming your legal and financial identity within governmental and financial systems. Understanding your legal status, correct legal documents like birth certificates and social security to align with your preferred status. Attend workshops, read relevant materials, and network with like-minded individuals. Assess your current standing, understand your debt, credit status, and legal documentation. Take action. Start correcting your status through affidavits, trust formations, or AIP applications while building a financial foundation. Plan for long-term freedom, focus on investments, business ventures, and creating generational wealth. Midwest EDU's approach empowers individuals to break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Midwest in the building. Oh, mamas, peace to the God. Goddess, kings, queens, whatever you call yourself. Oh, mamas. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Greetings, 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 Aaliyah. Peace and love. Yes, Lord. What's the word? Hey, Eli Walker, I'm going to get up with y'all today. Oh, mamas. Everybody else, what it do, what it do, what it do. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Make sure y'all secure y'all seat for the workshop. It starts tomorrow. I'm going to do mine. You just do yours. Anthony, email me, mbteammidwest@gmail.com, mbteammidwest@gmail.com. I'll get you on the phone with KV, and then he can give you some direction on that. Absolutely, absolutely. All I got to do is email me, and we'll get you together, get you some direction. Straight up. How everybody out there doing? How y'all doing? And condolences goes out to you and the family. Oh, mamas. Straight up. Rest up, Mom Dukes. I lost my mom in 2009. So, I know the feeling. I know how it goes. And then you try to get business taken care of as well. So, yes, Lord. You in the right place. I can tell you that much. Absolutely, absolutely. Make sure y'all share the video, like the video, and subscribe. If you're not, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. and join our membership, first, second, or third level. Join them, join them, become a member, MWEDU. Um, and you will qualify for the perks and credits. Like right now, we asking people to support the platform. Um, 5 to 10 people to support the platform with $5 more. It's on there. It's just the live goal. We just ask the community to engage with with the platform because we here and we bring valid, researchable, applicable information that people can use right now that they can benefit from right now. And that's just what it is. Tim Fair, what it do is in the air. Tim Fair was popping. And we ask people if you got any questions, any kind of questions you got, because the deadline is shit, it's damn near here. So I just about can answer if I can answer it. Any question that you ask me pertaining to the claims in the jurisdiction and things like that. Because I was shocked with KV spoke on the House of Tiller yesterday, and it was like Mary Miller, what it do, what it do. Much respect. Likewise, brother. Um, when he spoke on that, it turned the light on for me to see that it's that time for people to understand that if you're not getting to create your own structure, foundation, jurisdiction, then what are you doing? Because this legacy you chasing is a legacy, meaning that like just think about it. We heirs of our parents, meaning that this legacy continues. So if you're just trying to claim an estate, you have to get over here where you can get everything situated, get the legacy and the estate and the trust. You want to claim it all. So you got to get over here so we can help you get that together. We got a workshop coming up tomorrow, the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Because the window was closing. It's the 14th. Y'all got 6 days. 6 days. 6 days to get these claims out. So you can get the claims out. And then you still set your jurisdiction and shit up. But you have to start. You got to get started. If you haven't got started, then you are behind the clock right now. You are behind the clock right now. It's time for you to engage with the community. Get into the Telegram or get into this workshop that's coming up. The workshop is $750. He broke them down to $750 for everybody. It's $750. And just secure your seat, man. I'm telling y'all to secure your seat is worth it because the benefit is what you've been looking for. You are going to be able to secure your bills and things of that nature. And stay out the way. You say you want to move private, you this, you that. Well, this is the time to get it done. And you got proof of the fact that you are private because you will be holding the records. You will be holding the records, not your county recorder. See, that's public shit. See, that's why you got to come and get the overstanding so you can see what's really going on. And y'all don't have much time left. Straight up. We getting correspondence from the Treasury. We getting all type of stuff back. I'm telling you. I got a text message this morning. Let me see what's on. Because I don't want to say too much. Somebody said somebody information. So if it's not saying too much, then I'm gonna read it. Which I read it, but I can't remember if It said, "Great rising, bro. I got an email from the IRS at 3 a.m. this morning saying I have a notification to my account. Just check my transcripts and it says, woo. I think they finna start paying people down because my transcript never had a negative sign on it." I'm not gonna tell y'all how much you get back. Yes, I can tell y'all how many figures it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. But I'm not putting his numbers out there, nor a name. But that's what I'm saying. Things just start to happen for people. Things is like, you see what I'm saying? Stuff is starting to be updated on transcripts and stuff, showing this is what it is. This is that. You know, I received an email from the Treasury. You know what I'm saying? And a few other people receive correspondence from other entities that we have put on notice. So everybody will receive correspondence from all these entities, or maybe not, because they are already, we already know the outcome of what we have sent in from the response that other people have gotten back. What it do, Kyrie? What it do? What it do on mamas? Straight up. So yes, everything is working and it's coming to a head, and we reaping our benefits from the work that we have put in, the seeds we have planted. Yeah, Nene, your fall, and it's looking good, straight up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yes, Lord. That straight up. So make sure y'all find y'all way in that workshop. There's the cash out. Make y'all donations, secure your seat. It's $750 for the workshop. This is our last workshop. This is it. Y'all heard King V yesterday. Um, if he would have gave this part first, everybody would have been gone. Everybody would have been gone. Straight up. Real talk. So this is the last part. This is the banking part. Man, this is crazy. Like, man, I'm fittering trying to say this shit. Um, because I'm trying to say it in a way where it makes sense. Everybody know what they possess and hold right now. Y'all been working hard for the last couple weeks. So those people that's been in the workshops. So we got all the foundation and stuff of our what? Banking and treasuries. Well, that's what we're working on in this one. And those that need to get caught up, we're going to get you caught up all the way to what this class is for right here, this workshop. Because you got to get all the situation completed, not just part of it. So we're going to get the important shit done first. Then double back and get your foundation and stuff built. Get your claims out. Then we come back and start the foundation, get it built up. Your own jurisdiction. The house of whoever you are. You are a trust fund, baby, but you got to understand how to work, how it works, how it operates. It is things out there that's in your name that you can put a claim to, that you can that can benefit you. And we all know this. We're not new to this. This is not something, for the most part, most people out here know that. There's something out there. That's why they're here. Because it's something connected to their day. They try some things, something works, something didn't work. Well, You know what I'm saying? So now they got curious. So now they're trying to find the end game to all this. Well, King V has that. That's why we have the workshops. They are hands on, and you are getting things done. Straight up. Hold on 1 second. Absolutely. So I'm just trying to encourage y'all, man. Get in there because I got all my stuff in, and I'm seeing results. You know, and with the accounts that we securing, some take longer than others, but for the most part, I have two secured because I don't really have that many bills. I have an internet bill, a phone bill, and energy bill, and that's it. I don't have a lot of bills that a lot of people got a lot of bills. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I got three: my phone, my internet, and my lights. The lights and gas is together out here, so I only got three bills, and I got two of those secured already. So I'm working on this third one, but it can be done, and I'm living witness that it can be done. I haven't paid a phone bill in 2 months. I haven't paid internet in a month. You see what I'm saying? And everything is still on. I'm talking to y'all on my laptop. I still got internet. You can call my phone. It's still on. See what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight up. Because they have to honor and respect the law. When you compliant, they can't tell you no. Sound familiar? An older woman. Yeah, I was trying to help a lot of people with lights and gas and everything because everybody say that they was here to help people. Shit, it was like I was the only one showing it. You feel me? But when I start spreading that love and showing people like this what it was, then people started like getting involved and getting in the mix and trying to figure it out. Because if we could pay bills and things with a social and a routing number, then we was like, holy shit, it's something out, it's something out there. We gotta figure this shit out. We have to figure it out. So I tried to help everybody. And that's what I was telling people. I was trying to help people. I got gifts from a lot of people because I was trying to help. I wasn't trying to take advantage of nobody. $25 for the bill of your choice. If people had school, student loans, 70,000, 80,000, 50,000, 40,000. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. Yeah, y'all. It's best. I was like I said, I was in the business of trying to help. Everybody else tried to make it a competition. and I wasn't trying to compete with nobody. I was just trying to help. It wasn't about making money off the people. If we could figure this shit out, then we all have money because we could keep the shit we working for and use the fucking accounts to take care of our bills and shit. But motherfuckers weren't thinking like that. They're too busy worried about putting money in their fucking pockets. And that was the least thing I was worrying about. And that's why I was coming to me like that, because I wasn't worrying about that. That wasn't my motive. That wasn't my agenda. You see what I'm saying? I was really trying to help motherfuckers because I see people out there older than my mom that I was helping. My mom. You see what I'm saying? My grandma. I helped a lot of people. Louisiana, California, New York, Maryland, Connecticut, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Illinois, Waukegan, Palatine, you name it, Atlanta, Washington State, Seattle, everywhere. I was helping everybody. And I was using my account to pay their bills. I wasn't like going on there because I was going on the website with them and I was using my information to pay their bills. I wasn't putting their information in. Now, what they did after they saw what I have done, that's on them. But I use my information because I wouldn't. What would I gain charging someone $25 to pay the bill of their choice with their own account? Like, that don't even make sense. When I know that they didn't even have paperwork done or anything. So why? Why would I do that? And if it reversed, at least it bought you 30, 40 more days. It bought you 30, 40 more days to get up the dough to take care of that bill. Straight up. Vaddy, what it do? You been missing in action, nigga. Over there taking care of Noel, huh? That's cool. It's all good. I ain't mad at you in my Tupac voice. Yes, Lord. Straight up. LOL. Y'all just talking shit. I was getting them, just let them know. Workshop start tomorrow, 6 Eastern. It goes down. And I just hope to see y'all there. I know I'm gonna see some of y'all, but I'm trying to get all y'all. They say it's 9 people, and that, and if it's some people that's in the workshop, the last one, they need to be in this one. So all these 9 people that they say right here, I need to see y'all in this workshop tomorrow. Introducing official Vaddy. What it do?
Family. I hear you, babe.
And what's the word? Oh, mamas. Yeah, but yeah. It is what it is. Daddy always bring Oh, Babas. But for the most part, I love to see y'all up in that workshop, man, getting y'all self together, because it's been nothing but positive energy. And a lot of people that had went elsewhere, other places, they back. They back. And they getting this information, and we don't care what they do with the shit once they get it. We just want y'all to get the shit. Especially if you understand it and you're moving on it, you're going to reap all the benefits that we're reaping from this shit. We're not worrying about nothing. You don't hear nobody complaining about nothing. I'm actually running my store without any problems. I got 2 clients today to talk to once I get off this live. And that's that. Because everything has already been set in stone. It's done. It's done. I did not let no one stop me. I stayed focused and I got it done. And now guess what? In this workshop, I'm gonna get it done. On mamas. And then my structure, the House of Davis, legacy and estate and trust is complete. On mamas. Absolutely. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Come get yourself completed. Come get it done. Straight up. KV was up all night working. You know how I know? Because every time I went to the restroom, his box was up in the back office. He was up all night working. And you can't tell me nothing different. Straight up. You can't tell me nothing different because I know. I see it for myself. He's determined to get everybody situated. He's determined. Like, he's up for hours and hours and hours at a time getting this stuff done. You know what I'm saying? And that's dedication. Hard work plus patience because he's helping people as well. So you gotta have patience because everybody is different. You know, you helping people.
On mamas.
Straight up. What up, Addy?
What's good, OG? How you doing this fine grand rising?
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah, I hear you up here reminding the family to get in here, and for the ones that still questioning it and the validity of it, it's just mind-boggling how so many people will spend their life not giving a damn about their success or their end results. But yet when they see somebody else in a group of people winning, they gotta question this shit.
Right. But they ain't got no
question this shit. Doubt this shit. Talk bad about the shit.
No results and always got something to say. Envy. That's envy. That's jealousy. That's hate for no reason. For no reason. We supposed to come together if this is a community where we helping people.
Yep.
It's not, oh, he think you better, or no, we supposed to put the information together and come together as a collective and help the people like we say we're supposed to do. It only, like, I'm not the only person that's supposed to help, and I'm not mad that other people are out here trying to help. And that's how it's supposed to go. But is you helping or is you taking advantage of people? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if we come together and we all got verifiable, compliant information, what's wrong with people helping people? Nothing. But if you got information that's shaky and second guessable, then you know that shit ain't compliant, but you start giving it to people. And you know that's not right.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
You know, they thinking they got this, they got that, but at the same time, they walking with two left shoes on in circles. Thinking that they compliant, thinking that you know what somebody gave them, they know what they was doing. That's why they gave it to them, not knowing that these people use y'all as guinea pigs to see what happened when y'all send it in, what results y'all get. See if y'all get locked up or y'all get a frivolous filing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to start questioning these so-called instructors that's trying to teach y'all shit. Ask them to show y'all they results from what they're giving y'all or trying to teach y'all.
The good and the bad results. Let's see it.
Yeah, because that's what we do. We show the good and the bad. Yeah, that's what we do. And then we go back to the table and get it right. And then we come back with the right result.
Yep. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all about getting it right because ain't nobody perfect, and not one person know everything, and we know that, So that's why we say people come come to the workshops, get this information because if you helping and then you get some information that's compliant and applicable right now, it can help you benefit you and your people because now they got something that's actually beneficial, you know. So yeah, yeah, real talk.
On mamas. But we understand any speculation, any doubt. We understand because we all done been years into this information, trying to find the right people, the right group, or the right path, and keep getting burning yourself out. So we understand. But information is
Hmm.
too readily available today's time for us to still be questioning back, right? At one point we was trying to figure it out, but now the knowing is here. So it's time to either know or leave this shit alone. If you still on M-Dub page
Absolutely.
seeking, if you still on any of these other, it shows your lack of self dedication, your self perseverance, because this information is readily available for you, for us to find, perfect, utilize. Same way M-Dub go and find it and get it and apply it. The same way King do, the same way I do, the same way Ship and everybody else get up and we go do this shit. Y'all got to
Yeah,
get up and go do this shit. Go go do it and go through it.
yeah. Ain't nothing else to do.
Go do it and go through it.
King V already got everything lined up. All you got to do is just follow that simple direction.
I was busy yesterday cooking and grilling and shit with my girl family, and her dad came in and he hit me with some wisdom. And when he hit me with it, it reminded me of King. King OG say the longest way to success is the shortcut. I said, there it is. The best way to get this shit right here done is through complete compliance. Every step of the way. You don't try and shortcut it. You don't try and overload yourself. You get this shit done step by step. Because the longest way to success is trying to take a shortcut. It might be a long waiting line. It might be a headache. It might be a lot of people ahead of you. It might seem like it ain't so many behind you. So you like, hey, I might sneak out the line and take this little shortcut. And you try and take that shortcut, you get down the road and find out it's a dead end. Now you come back to the line done moved up, but the people that was holding your spot say you ain't getting back in this motherfucker. Now you in the back of the line again because you try to take a shortcut instead of just staying compliant all the way through, staying in that line, rocking out, staying true. The success will follow you. Almost. Y'all see what time it is. The same way we stay down during the struggle, you got to stay down during this goddamn success.
Yes, Lord. And he explained the 90 days yesterday. He got on here and explained the 90-day window and
See,
busted
they
down.
still think it's
So
a game, bro. They still think this shit's some bullshit. They think a nigga playing with it.
I don't think so. I think I'll see these people in the workshop tomorrow.
Yeah.
They donation. It says $7.50. Make a donation. The cash app right there. You got any other questions? The email right there, inbetweenmidwest@gmail.com. inbetweenmidwest@gmail.com. Just hit us up. Serious inquiries only. It's not gonna be on the phone answering a whole bunch of questions. You're gonna get a overview, and if you've been on here, I'm quite sure you've been in the overview, so you already know what's going on. You just got to get there and get it done.
Yeah.
Because the people that's taking notes and record stuff, they still can't answer the question that you got. You see what I'm saying? And they only can give you what they have received because they haven't got past that. You see what I'm saying? Your question might not be their question because your brain work different from their brain. You see? So you only could learn from a person what they know up to what they know. That's it. They only can give you what they know up to what they know. That's it. That's it. But when you get in here and get compliant and get that understanding, you figure this shit out yourself because it ain't even nothing hard. We made it hard.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it, OG. We made this shit hard.
Oh, mamas, we made it hard. It was easy. What I was telling motherfuckers when we was having a little simple shit was working. And I was saying, man, this is it. Motherfuckers like, it gotta be more to it, bro, because if that just do it. But it's not. We complicated all this. And compliance was never one that was thought of. I pray that I see y'all tomorrow claiming it right now. Absolutely. I'll see you tomorrow, Leah, on Mama's. 6 o'clock Eastern, 6:30. 6:30 Eastern. We'll see you tomorrow. Straight up. That's around 5:30 Central. And that's about 3:30 Pacific. Straight up. So, man, get yourself there. Get yourself there. Do this for your heirs. Do this for your family. Secure the legacy. Secure the fucking legacy. Straight up.
For your ancestors, for your bloodline. Remember who the fuck you are. Wake up. This ain't no, I ain't no black preacher or no shit like that. I don't just be about black activism. But this is all for us, man. We need this. We need it for ourselves, and we need to go and get it. I want to see our black people with better mind states, a better purpose, realign with our true meaning in life. And as long as we stuck in their systematic way of thinking, we ain't never achieving our true godly self-being. So y'all need to get in here, get around other high-minded thinking individuals, high-minded acting individuals. But what, most importantly, like OG said, get this information, get these claims out, get it in the hands of these motherfuckers on this deadline.
Yes, Lord.
And act in your true capacity. Stop bullshitting. Contracting into folks shit.
Real talk. Real talk, laddie.
Maddie Midwest, what's happening?
Hey, Chip.
I see the live.
Yeah, Chip, bust it down one time, Chip.
Well, I mean, I'll just say, you know, we've heard these this terminology. It sounds familiar, but King made everything real specific. Real specific. Why do we have inheritance? Why do we have something that we inherited, and why do they recognize it? Through treaty. And who's managing these things in the background? Who's managing these things? who you don't see, who you don't normally see, like their entity name. Like, who are they? And they exist. And we can notify them. You know, we can notify them before everything gets put into a sovereign wealth fund that nobody knows how to access, because it's not going to be a debt that they owe us anymore. It's not going to be. So it's like, if you have a legacy and an ancestral inheritance that they've been acknowledging this whole time, you want to make those claims. And you want to notify every individual, that entity that's managing what. And it's like that. This is where I've been able to get a clear picture, a clear understanding of what the hell is going on. Because it's like, people talk about trust and, hey, you know, you got to do it in trust, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and you got to, it's all your inheritance and this and that. And then it's like, it resonates with me, and I'm like, yeah, but I need details. I need details. I'm that type of person. I don't feel like I know something unless I know it in detail. Unless I know that I can reference it anytime I feel like it. Well, this is it. This is it. I don't know how. I do know how, but it's like this man got it together. He got it together, and he was like, I can really only trust Midwest to unpack it in a safe environment, in a safe community. And this is it. And it's happening. It's happening. So much so, right, that they're people are trying to create knockoff classes, try to throw somebody's name in the mix and be like, oh, this is that. No, it's not. But, King said yesterday, he said, I don't care where you get it, just get it. But I'm telling you, and he's right. Yes, of course. But I'm telling you, they're not equipped. They haven't been researching like King does. Okay. You've never met somebody who goes deeper into research than this man, and being able to track and connect the dots with what he's reading and what he's learning, so much so that he's able to come back around and make it sound simple. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, he breaks it down so simple. It's like, they don't know. It's like, they don't know that nobody else has got it like that. I know King knows. I know he knows, but it's like, I feel for people. I'm like, people are going to think, oh, maybe I can get this information anywhere. Maybe I could just go anywhere and just do the same thing. No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. If you can, good, more power to you. But listen, if I were a betting man, I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on it. This is something that you want to get right the first time, even if there weren't a deadline. Okay, but that's why I'm putting emphasis in my voice right now, because there's a deadline.
Yes, sir.
Get it right the first time. Benefit from somebody else's hard work. Okay, if you're listening to Vadi and you're listening to Midwest, especially if you're listening to me, if you hear my voice, benefit from me smashing my face against a rock, against a brick wall, and not getting what I wanted. Benefit from that. Don't do it. Get it right the first time. benefit from my mistakes, benefit from somebody else's wisdom, and do it right the first time. And you only have to do it once. I'll leave it at that.
I agree. This is something that you want to get right on the first time. A lot of y'all, a lot of already done a lot of different things within this sovereign realm. And just to reiterate on that, don't think that just because you've done some shit or sent some shit in that your shit was correct or that it's actually recorded or it can't be amended or that this doesn't have weight. This has its own weight. Get in here,
Yeah.
If you did some shit and you didn't get the results that you were seeking, it's because you didn't do it compliantly. You did one piece and didn't finish up the structure. You didn't have the foundation. You didn't have the backbone. You didn't have a jurisdiction. And this is where, King come in and we say, all right, if this is what they require, right? They tell you what they require. Everything got instructions and rules. So if this is what it requires and this is what it's looking for, then what do I have to do to produce what they ask and require? What is it that they're looking for? Once we know that answer, then we just fucking do it. Ain't no complaining about it. Ain't no, I got to go this far. I ain't got this type of money for this shit. I ain't got this type of time for this shit. Man, listen, you either want this shit or you don't. Because they not having them excuses. They shit already set. They already in position. So either we gonna make this shit happen for us or they gonna keep doing it on our behalf. I'm not with that shit. I don't know about y'all.
Not at all. And Vadi, what did King say? He said you got to get it, you got to take care of it locally. You got to get it taken care of federally.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get it taken care of internationally. Mm-hmm. And you got to get it taken care of. Was it spiritually? What did he say? What was that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then, okay, I didn't listen. I've done a lot of great things that I'm really happy about. Okay, and I think that they were decent, but I didn't do none of that. None of that. Okay, maybe locally, maybe federally a little bit, but you have to basically protect everything because they are operating and doing ridiculous stuff on those levels. Okay, this is, King wasn't just making it up.
Yeah.
He showed us.
Yeah.
I really wasn't even looking for that kind of information. I really wasn't because I was happy with what I did.
Yo, what it do, fam? What's happening?
Hey.
What's up?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. You already know. Been busy running, getting it in.
I'm glad to hear.
Hope everybody else is getting theirs in.
Straight up.
But hey, the meat shall inherit the earth, you feel me?
Until that time it's on and popping. Church.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that boy Jay-Z said. Meat shall inherit the earth. Until that time it's on and popping. Church.
I mean, at the end of the day, what AM does say, only person who can do it is you, nobody else. So,
yep.
Shit. I mean, I don't know what to tell them. No matter. We're good. You feel me? I don't care how they look at it, but we good. If they don't do it, then that's on them.
Yeah.
At this point, it don't even matter no more.
Yep.
You see, it's like if there are people, because I get it. If there are people who feel like they can't participate for whatever reason, I'm getting everybody involved that I can. And if one person can't do something, another person can. It's called teamwork.
Yeah.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
Call it a community. You know,
Yeah.
but doing it in a honorable way though. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, King knows, Midwest knows who in my sphere is involved and who's helping me. I needed help.
Yeah. Straight up. You,
I
man,
don't
listen.
care.
That's some real shit to even admit right there, bro. As a man, too many times as humans, we want to just act like we got this shit. Fuck that, bro. I need help.
When you got two black eyes, 3 missing teeth, broken ribs, balled up on the ground, and be like, "Oh, I'm good."
I'm good. Just let them fuck me up more.
Yeah, no. I'm no.
Help.
No.
I need this and I need to get it done. I need help.
Yep, that's right. And you know, and folks who I've been talking to over the years, they can see now, plain as day. Yeah, something is going on around here. Something weird is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker, we could have been out of this shit years ago had a motherfucker listen.
I mean, you got to think everything is meant for when it's meant for.
Amen.
You feel me? Like everybody was seeking and finding, everybody was dipping and dodging and trying to figure out whatever, you know, trying to move aside the obligation, so therefore that they didn't have to worry about certain things, you know. But as we all found out now that, you know, you have to be compliant to be able to do certain things, and if you're not, then you're not going to be able to do it. There's no ifs, ands, there's no buts about it, you know. And out there in the ether, what you put out there in the ether, you get it back tenfold. So, you know, you can't coach anyone into doing it. You can't make anyone do it. They have to want it. And if they want it, then they will put forth the effort to do it. So at the end of the day, that's the reason why I'm at it like, okay, if they want it, they'll show that they want it. If they don't, then sit back and watch. That's cool too. And if you don't want to do it, guess what? Because the ones that are doing it, guess what they're going to inherit?
Yeah.
Hold on now. I hope they hear me. If you're not going to do it, that's cool. But the ones that are doing it, guess what they're going to inherit? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So don't do it. That's cool. It's better for everybody else. But if you do it better for yourself, it's better for you too. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all who really wanted to. You know, it's like this in boxing. The winner, the one that win is the one who wanted the most.
That's right.
If you don't want it, you don't want it. But hey, y'all have to bounce out. I gotta do a lot of work. I gotta get ahead of the curve. But I hope I see everybody do what they need to do to get where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. Much love to everybody. Appreciate you, M-Dub. Shep. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? So I just hope everybody get there. I'm just tired of keep saying the same thing over and over again. I'm just tired of it. You know what I mean? But it is, man. I know it's, you know, y'all just keep pushing, keep doing what y'all need to do. Oh, and you do any more research for your family, right?
I still couldn't find nothing as far as like going back into what you were speaking on. But hey, yeah, I've been digging into the fam, trying to get back into this court record shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go physically to their location though to get into their court records and shit.
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing though. That ain't nothing. We on top of it.
Okay. Word is bond.
Straight up. I
All right.
appreciate your enlightenment, OG.
Oh man, same here, man. If it wasn't for you, y'all little young Thundercat shit, you feel me? It's like y'all are the future. You feel me?
That's right. Too.
We here already. Y'all the future.
I'm gonna make sure
All
we
right.
set this
Hey, M-Dub, I'll hit you up, okay?
Peace.
All right.
Oy, oy. You know, and another thing that I learned much more specifically, is this conversation about, you know, sovereignty and royalty, and like, you know, the difference between, because they throw around a lot of words. There's a lot of words out there, a lot of titles, and a lot of things that people say, and it sounds very, you know, it resonates and it sounds true, you know, but some of these things, it's like, now I feel like I have a much, much clearer understanding about that sovereignty conversation. I feel like you know, of course, you know, I don't want to say like, you know, I know everything, or that King V said that he explained everything. It's just that I feel like now moving forward, I have a better, I feel like I can organize the information better. And when somebody talks about, you know, this title and that title, and, you know, I feel like I know the difference. I feel like I know, you know, okay, this is a title. This is, or, you know, this is a flat out misclassification altogether over here. And one, and then two, okay, this is an overlay, you know, and then, you know, and it's like being able to think through it. Oh my gosh, it feels good. It just feels good. And I'm, you know, I feel like every time I pipe up, I really need to say something that King is not going to say. He's not going to tell you how much he studies. Okay. I've noticed that he doesn't sit, he wants to, you know, he has a different type of personality. You know, he's not going to brag on how smart he is or whatever. He's not going to do it. But I'm telling you, when you hear him talk and you know only one thing is clear, the man studies like no one else I've ever known. Okay, I'm just gonna benefit from that as long as he lets me. I do not care. I like to study, but I've never studied like that. I wish I had. But to be honest with you, even if I had, there's really no telling if I'd understood it and have been able to make sense out of it. That's really what I want to emphasize to anybody who can hear my voice, because somebody might be hearing my voice for the first time or the 10th time, or maybe they heard me once many years ago or like a few years ago, and now they're hearing me again. You can hear the difference. I'm intentionally putting urgency on this, and I'm intentionally saying, come and listen to this man. Listen to him speak. Listen to what he says. See for yourself if you do or don't want to claim your stuff and notify certain individuals. Okay? You will. you'll do it ASAP. That'll be the next thing you do, because it's going to be crystal clear. It's going to be crystal clear to you.
On mamas, because we ain't going through YouTube and guru definitions. Niggas going straight to the law. And when you read in the law, like I said a little earlier, the instruction manual. The instruction manual don't lie to you, even though it might look a little complex. If you see some diagrams, you see some letters, you see lines pointing here, lines pointing there. It look crazy at first until you sit your ass down, like Ship said. You read through it. At first, you might be reading the instructions and you might not understand it. So you got to have that help in hand that say, okay, bro, you just reading it wrong. You got to start from right here. When you start right here, now you see, oh shit, that's what A is. Okay, let me grab A. Don't go grab B and C with A. Just grab A real quick. Don't keep looking ahead, trying to figure out where do I start? How the fuck you gonna start if you steady grabbing C and D? You got to start with A, then B, then C, then D, then you see, okay, now I see the picture. It's all coming together. It started with the foundation. It said grab A. A was the bottom piece. B was the sidebar, right? C was the legs, right? Now we moving. Now we building this motherfucking box.
Wow. Beautifully said. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it out of order. You know, an engine is built in a certain kind of way. You can't just have all the pieces. You got to put them together the right way.
Real shit. And that's all it's been, you know, when you seeking. Let's go back to a statement earlier. When we seeking, we always seeking some shit instead of seeking to know the shit, right? Like we want to find out some answers to some shit that we should be wanting to know the answers to. They ain't even know, like that's the first place that we fucked up. Started seeking it through other people's understanding versus going to the playbook, right? It go back to that saying once again, the longest way to success is the shortcut. Motherfuckers was trying to find the quickest, easiest route. Find somebody that already did it, right? Let me find somebody that's doing it. Let me find somebody that's done it so that I can do it. Instead of saying, fuck that, let me go be the motherfucker who does it. Let me go to the motherfucking instructions myself and figure it out. That's the same way motherfuckers learn to do credit. You learn to fix a house. You learn to fix a water heater. You take your tire off. What you do? You go straight to learning.
Vadi, could you say that one more time? I never heard that expression before, but it might be the coldest expression I think I heard in a few years, maybe. Did you say that the longest way to a destination is the shortcut?
It's the shortcut.
Gosh dang.
Cause motherfucker, that's the same thing when we sitting in traffic, right? We be on the interstate sitting in traffic and you be just looking for that little extra way out. You be like, damn, bro, I'm sick of sitting here. Let me just hit this little curb real quick and hit this next exit. Maybe it's a extra way around. Then you hit the exit and you see it's traffic on this motherfucking exit too. Damn. Now I'm trying to get back on the exit I just got off of. But when I try to get back on the exit I got off of, it's a red light and it's more traffic. God damn. You feel me?
Oh, wow. That, okay. I'm going to have to use that expression.
I got it from my girl.
I will give you credit, but I need to use that because that's a true statement. Oh my gosh. You want to take the long way? Get a good shortcut. That doesn't teach you anything.
Yep. Versus just staying in line. Stay in that line. It looked long. It looked like it's gonna be hard. And I'm not here to say it's not gonna be long and hard at times, you know, if you had chose that route. But right now we speaking on getting in this workshop and getting in this class because you got King, M Dub, and every other individual that's understanding it and going through it, making sure that it's not only perfected, but that there's a foundation set in place for everybody that follows us, right? It's not just about M-Dub getting his shit. When M-Dub put them on notice, it's about notice of everybody else shit too. When King put them on notice, about everybody else shit too. It's about my shit too. You recognize my shit, now you got to recognize all my brothers and sisters shit too who follow. No doubt, no diggity, no bullshit behind it. This is what it is. However,
Okay, there we go. There we go, buddy. Okay, now you're talking about man. That's fantastic. I'm glad you said that. That's I didn't know if I could say it, but that's what I was saying. It's like, the house yesterday, I was saying, I wish, I'm glad King V said something about the House of Tiller yesterday, because the House of Tiller can do some things. And Vadi just hit on it right there.
On mamas.
I recommend to everyone, lock arms with the House of Tiller.
Yeah, do that ASAP,
ASAP. Fast as you can. I was trying to
that shit. I would say like this, right? Even if you didn't believe this shit, right? Like if you were still skeptical, or if you were just starting to understand this information and you didn't have that full understanding, but yet you've sent in 1099s, you sent in all these frivolous ass filings in the past. Why not at least put yourself in a position where you could say, all right, if it is just one more of those bullshit things, at least it won't affect me. At the very least, sign a treaty with King. Very least, get your claims out. This shit is legal. You not only governed by the first right of the Constitution, you're governed by divine law, natural law, international law, private trust law. It's all types of laws that protect you as the executor, as the person who's pushing these claims and asserting your position in this world. So don't feel fear in that sense.
No, do not. Yeah, it's like this, I've been trying to emphasize, listen, be part of a community that's doing it. Okay? Because we're able to help each other. We're able to help each other in ways that I never even considered before, because I didn't know, especially for a house that's already established and recognized, okay? Not given status or recognition by some fictitious government, okay? But recognized as what it already was originally. But recognized because they've been noticed. And, it's like, I don't know what else I could say about it, but it's what everyone's been looking for. Everyone's been looking for, something, everyone's been looking for, something, trying to, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. That's why, that's why I'm trying to say it so loud and proud right now, is because I know that I'm not going to be embarrassed, when I'm not going to be ashamed when people go to the workshop and say, oh man, he said it was it, and I believed him, man. No, you're gonna come out of there moving faster, faster than me. You're gonna be like, man, why is he moving so slow? With that information, he should, You should have been doing this, that, and the other by now. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's it's like I'm really proud to be able to encourage people to do this.
Hey, yeah, hell yeah, man. Listen, we serving a purpose right here, bro, that's gonna last for a very long time. This is never ending. This is generational. This is going for the rest of time. If you ask me, the estate has always been there. The value has always been there. You just haven't controlled it. So once you control it, how is there ever going to be a position of not controlling, right? Unless we allow ourselves to contract back into the bullshit, like our ancestors did, right? Like we did, under presumption, under adhesion, without the proper governance, without the proper stand on top of your shit, making sure ain't no people filing liens on your ass whenever you know that you hold a superior lien. Anybody that's opposing or inflicting upon your privacy, inflicting upon your sovereignty, you need to be putting them folks on notice. You need to be sending them folks commands, right? Letting them folks know this ain't that, bro, and it'll never be that again. And this is by my law, this is by the law, and this is what it is. So it's like, to get in these workshops right now when we know it's a timeline, I need y'all to understand that too. The claims is one thing, but to get the full understanding, like Ship was saying, it's cool to understand definitions. That's cool. Definitions only gonna take us so far. It's the understanding of execution and understanding of positioning that King is gonna instill in your head to understand you've always had the authority to move the way that we can, and the way that he moving, and the way that we moving. You always had the authority. Those notices are cool. It serves a huge purpose in reclaiming what they've been managing, but utilizing it has always been available. And once you understand that, and you understand how to utilize it and how to execute through the proper positioning, the proper position of authority, then now you winning. Because you could do that today, you could do that tomorrow, right? When you sending these notices, you're already doing it. When you go and get a car, you already doing it. You just contract in the wrong way.
Yep.
Lines of credit, etc. So you already operating. You're already owning this shit. And that's where the separation between understanding these definitions come in and understanding what's at play, right? Why? Why can't we do this? Why are we doing it? Why are they bending and folding to our command? When our whole life we thought that these folks ran us. We thought that they were the way. If it wasn't their way, we thought it was no way. But how the fuck is diplomatic immunity? How the fuck is diplomats that come over here? How is nationals? How is sovereign governments and shit that come to the United States and have the protection of the United States? How is it that there's nations within the United States that have the protections? But yet we just have never took the time to get compliant and figure that shit out. Motherfuckers not thinking big. And you gotta think big, bitch. Motherfuckers want a bill paid. Bruh, I don't even give a fuck about a bill. A bill is a consequence of my ignorance. I give a fuck about not being ignorant. As long as I give a fuck about that bill, then I don't mind being ignorant. Motherfucker told me yesterday, you have to find a job, you have to work. I say that's the mind state of a slave. What kind of shit is that? That you tell another person I have to find a job when I own businesses? What kind of shit is that? Why not tell me to build my business up? Why not tell me to focus on building a system, right? If you got to find a job to work for somebody, you sound crazy. You telling me that from your perspective, right? People want to feed you their fucking perspective of life. Because you work for 30 years and now you own this and you own that, you feel like every person should just work. when I feel like you wasted your motherfucking life. Because when I look at you, I don't see nothing. I see a slave, a sheep who encourages other people, gods. Because you talking to a god, you talking to a person who controls their reality when you talking to me. So it's like, or anybody else, like any one of us, y'all should think and feel the same way because you are. I swear to God, you are. Until you accept some stupid ass shit like, well, you need to find a job. Why not be better? Motherfuckers get like, look at the times that we in. Motherfuckers making millions of dollars playing video games, bro. Games, bro. Going live on Twitch and YouTube and just playing a fucking video game. And a motherfucker will tell you that you need to find a job and you need this and that. Like, what kind of shit? Why not, why not get into real estate?
I have to double down on what you just said because it's like, it's like people from, especially from religious backgrounds, they have a hard time admitting who they are because they're like, I'm a god, and and I get it, but you have to think it through. If God has sons, what God can only produce one thing. He can only reproduce himself. Lions come from lions. Zebras come from zebras. Elephants come from elephants. It's like you can't tell. It's like when God says, I'm gonna make my image and my likeness. You can't tell him that he didn't do it. You can't. He just said he's gonna do it, and that's what he did. Now, how can I look at his image and likeness and say that it's anything less than him? You can be as religious as you want. If you can't say it like Vadi just said it, you may not understand it like you think you do. Vadi knows who he is. No one's going to be able to take that away from him. And God's going to back him with his power.
Yes, the same way he did Jesus, if they are so religious, or Muhammad or Buddha or whoever, right? Because that's exactly what it is. But I remember, like, when we was in class, somebody brought that word up, blasphemy, right? And like, yeah, I understand. I agree. A lot of religious people, even me, probably, yeah, I know me at one point, whenever I would think of gods or other deities outside of the one monogod, right? I would think about like how according to scripture I would be sinning, and that would immediately make you go back to their systematic way of thinking, right? Like to only think about their Jesus God. And then I had to think once again, well, who the hell did they say Jesus was, right?
That's why they killed him. That's exactly that. And listen, I'm challenging. I challenge the religious man or the religious woman. Why did they kill Jesus? The high priest tore his clothes because Jesus. I don't call him Jesus, but he said, "I adjure you by God, are you the Christ?" And he said, "You shall see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of God." That's the throne. That's the seat of power. And he tore his clothes and said, "Crucify him. We don't even have any need of witnesses." That's why. Because he said who he was. Just like Vadi did. So please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that Yeshua didn't say the exact same thing. You can get as religious as you want. It's not going to work with me.
Yeah, his words say it, right? Even if we went by what they say his words was, right, or were at that time. His
Yep.
words say it. He declared it, right?
Yep.
And then it's countries right now. If a motherfucker spoke like that, they'll have their head.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's and they act like that's the worst thing you can do is say who you really are. That's the worst thing. Well, yeah, to their system, yeah, absolutely it is. But I don't care.
Yeah, because guess what? That's the representation of Christ's reawakening after death, right? Like once we truly understand that one statement that I am God, and I know it, I feel it, I know that God is with me. I'm not the one true God who created this entire universe and shaped this shit and thought about it, but God is the one who created me within that same image, which means that I have the same capacity, the capabilities to do the same. And we have created our entire universe around us. Look at it, we see it through our vision. Once we understand what the focal gland is, what the optical nerve is, and how it functions with the brain, and what the brain is and how it functions, you start to understand that all of this shit is a master manipulation of a thought process that created some form of reality. That's where I be knowing, like, that's where we know that these other dimensions exist. We understand that other realms exist, portals and all that shit that's been patented and studied since the early 40s and earlier than that. Like, come on, bro.
Yep.
But a motherfucker will tell you that there's only one God, and the only way through him is through Jesus, a motherfucker who lived 2,000 years ago. And never accept that it's never about the person of Jesus. It was always about the Christ of Jesus.
Man, Vetty, wow, that was well. Oh man, that you said that. Man, you put those words together, bro. It wasn't about the person of Jesus. It was about the Christ of Jesus. Wow. Wow.
So Jesus even said what he said. He said, you will come and do greater things than I have, bro. Shit.
Sure did.
I wouldn't even know how a person can interpret that. What other person came and walked on water or healed the dead? Or I would say that's happening every day around us, bro. In the form of science, in the form of healthcare. Motherfuckers die and motherfuckers bring them back, bro. That never existed in the past.
Okay, Vadi, let me ask you this. Wouldn't you say that the House of Tiller raises the dead?
Oh, in the purest form.
In the purest form.
In the purest form.
There we go. That's yeah.
King is a prophet in my eyes, like on some real shit.
Oh, for real. There's no question about it, Vadi. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I don't ride no nigga on, no Diddy. I don't do no dick holding, no none of that shit. I don't even fuck with niggas. You feel me? Because niggas ain't shit. But in my time of being around King and listening to him and knowing my connection with the Most High, you get what I'm saying? I know, like I see King as a prophet.
Yeah, he tries to pretend like, he tries to act like he's just like the.
I know that we're just seeing the beginning of his works, right? Like, I already know that. I see how big that his mind is. I see how big God is with him, right? And I know what's going on. And then he got sons, bro, that's raising up and to know this shit, bro. Like, it's a difference when you got some children growing up and being around that shit, hearing dad talk, hearing the passion, seeing that shit, seeing the results, bro. I wish my dad had a dream or a vision. You get what I'm saying, nigga? That shit would have motivated me from a kid. I had to find that shit, right? I had to find some type of passion or vision.
Yeah.
Never seen a person who stuck through something, who's seen something through. I never seen that. Real shit. My mom, I never seen a nigga stick something through, bro.
Not like this. Not even close. Not even close. See, it's like that's why I wish it's like, King, he said it's like, I don't care how you do it as long as you do it, right? But it's just that I don't want people to take the chance of getting it wrong. You know what I mean? And then I don't want to see people go through any of that. It's like, when they can get it clear, the first time, and it's like, and people, and that's another thing, that's what I want people to see, because I know they'll see it. When they start to hear this stuff unpacked, once they start to hear this stuff unfolded and they're going to be like, oh my gosh. They're going to be like, that's they're going to remember. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's right. That's exact, you know what I mean? And then be able, and then take your time afterwards verifying it. After you've made your claims. Take your time. But get it right though. Get it right the first time. Don't take a chance. Okay, don't take a chance on your lineage at all. This corporation, they do not have a vested interest in you getting what you need. They have a vested interest in managing your stuff forever if they can. That's their vested interest. So they want, so you can just, but you and your kids have a vested interest in you doing it right the first time. And fast. And nobody has heard me ever say that before. Do it. You've heard, people have heard me say how important it is. Okay, how important this kind of stuff is. Yes, it's important. Okay, but now you got to do it fast, and you got to do it right. And you got to do it right the first time. So there it is. I mean, I appreciate how you're saying all that, Vaddy. It's making my mind work. Yeah. And whether people want to, however people want to think about, King, is he a prophet? Is he this or is he that? I'll say for sure he's sent. He is sent. Okay, whatever you think he is.
Hey man, that shit set in stone, man. That shit set in stone. Shit's on the record, bro. Shit's already on the record. Had to feed them dogs real quick. Ship, I was listening to you though. Had to feed them dogs.
Yeah, I'm here, buddy. I think King is here somewhere.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just realigning and reawakening the viewers and the people who come back through and watch these videos, man. Not only get to see that we pushing something, but we are human, bro. We got minds. We think. We have feelings and emotions and sympathy and empathy. But this shit's serious, and we take this shit serious because we've seen it. We know we done went through the document shit. We see what they playing. We see what game they running. We see that it's not some heinous crime to get in their game. It's open. It's yours.
Right. It's like they're not doing something wrong. They're playing it. They're playing the position from the best that they can, because they have a vested interest in doing it the way that they're doing it, because they don't have our position. They don't have it. They have to play it from that perspective. It's not about right or wrong for them. It's about, well, this is what we can do, from our position, and that's how they're doing it. But we don't have the same position as they do. Our vested interest is in claiming who we are and who we've always been. And and doing it fast, because they're fixing to do something else. They're fixing to change things up, and I'm not interested in finding out what they're changing it into. Yeah, I wasn't interested in the last thing.
I'm not very intelligent in that new shit they going towards, so I'd rather stick to what we know and what we can rock out with real quick and shape our own systems and shit, so that we ain't got nothing worried about that, guys. Y'all need to get in here.
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't interested in the last one, how am I going to be interested in the next one?
Do something.
I wasn't interested in none of that, what they were doing before. Now they're going to change it and do something else. It's whatever they're doing next is just going to be worse. Those people are unreal.
Yeah. See, and I don't even think about it from like the people to hear worse, and they think about it from more like a physical placement. I don't really necessarily think about it from like a physical placement. Like, the world is still gonna operate, right? It might even get a little better for some people financially, but the problem is now you are stuck in their shit. I can't get out. So whenever it do go to shit, like it always does, like everything always does, because that's just the universe. I'm stuck in this shit. I have not built any form of security for myself. I'm going down like the Great Depression, like motherfucking Germany and all Europe, like it was in Europe before they came over here and colonized. Crackers done got I'm on YouTube. Lord Jesus. White folk done lost their mind and had to expand, right? They was falling. Their whole shit was going to shit. They did everything they had to do, spent the last pieces of wood they could spend to build as many ships, and lost as many people as they could to try and find a way over here to these lands where they could exploit, kill with diseases and all type of weird shit we had never seen. And it's gonna do this, and it's gonna happen same shit over here, and your ass gonna be stuck in they shit. Looking at the house of Tiller, the house of Jones, the house of Davis, the house of Chip. You're gonna be fucked up. We might got some room for you, boy, but it's gonna be some tests. The house of Jones, we do exile over here.
Man.
And King ain't shy kicking the motherfucker out either.
Listen, Buddy, I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't know. I can't. I don't know what another man's gonna do, but I think that you're gonna be so busy. I don't know if I don't. It's like after all of this, it's like our people. Are they? I hope they're not counting on that. You know what I mean? Because there's an opportunity right now. There's an opportunity right now for people to firmly establish their own jurisdiction that already exists. And it's like there's an opportunity right now. I hope they're not, wait, because I mean just hearing you and just knowing you for just this long. You're gonna be busy, man. You're gonna be doing things just like you're doing right now.
I agree, Ship. I agree. It's unfortunate because a lot of people hear about this information and they do spend a lot of time focused on the definitions and trying to perfect that system, and it's because they didn't have an understanding of everything that King breaks down for us to understand, because they always look at it from the perspective of I have to do it through their system, right? I got to perfect their rules, when in reality it's just not that way. Their rules are their rules. Shit. And yeah, it's gonna be some rules that everybody have to follow. Shit. It's just natural law that motherfuckers got to have some damn dignity and order, some fashion, some competency about yourself, right? Some organization. Cause the motherfucker ain't giving you shit if they can't see that you competent. Motherfucker ain't doing nothing with you if they can't see that you understand what you doing. The forms even tell you that. It say even infants. It say minors can even do these forms by themselves without parental guidance if they can prove competency.
Yeah.
Right? So that means if you 14, 13 years old, that you can fill out these IRS forms and request your all these beautiful claims. I ain't even gonna get into them, and have this shit function back to your estate if you understand the language and understand how to fill it out, what's going on, why it's happening. It said itself. You could be a child, a minor, and do it yourself.
Yeah, they don't resist proper form.
Then you got to say, well, what do they see as a minor, right? That's when niggas get to know and understanding the definitions. But it's just showing you that there's no legal format of how this shit got to be formed. It's just a system that would request you to put it this way. We ask you to format it this way for our system to process it this easier and shit, because we don't want to go through it manually. But bitch, that's your job. I don't care if you got a system that can process it through a computer. I don't want a computer process goddamn filing. I want my claim to be seen by a human being, processed by a human being, and reassessed properly. But motherfuckers thinking small. We gotta learn to think big, bitch. Get in here, man, because OG motivate me. The rest of the family motivated me. I was motivated when I found them, but shit, once I open my ears and open my eyes and mind, remove my pride, remove my emotions, got to see exactly what the mission is, what the end goal is, and sometimes you still don't know the end goal because there is no end goal in this, bro. It's like if you either in this shit or you not. And my end goal rests with whoever my last heir is that decided they can't do this shit no more. And at the same token, at that time, my goddamn trust and the state and all that shit will be absorbed within itself and distributed amongst all beneficiaries. So that's the end goal, to where all the value never ends, never depreciates, and just always goes back to the ones who deserve it, the heirs of my bloodline. And y'all should want the same shit. The same shit. The same way these white folks got their shit. The Indians got their shit. The Pakistanians got their shit.
You know, from the beginning of this journey, from the beginning, and it still holds true now. I only needed to know one thing. I only needed to know that they had no intentions of telling me the truth. That's all I needed to know. I was like, okay. I was like, all right then it's on, because I'm gonna tell my heirs, I'm gonna tell them the truth. If it were just me, I promise you, I wouldn't care at all.
That's a good one right there, Ship, though. Like, knowing that these motherfuckers, the same ones who took your people, oppressed and stole, did everything that you say that you hate about them, to even think that they ever wanted to tell us the truth. I gave myself a neck. I couldn't believe it that I fell for that shit. Like, At what point would I ever think that that they would be for us?
Right. That was not even, that didn't even cross their mind.
Well, I know where one distinction come from. The distinction come from when you grow up out here, you have this mind state that the slavery days were just so good to white people and so bad to black people that you fail to realize that white people were slaves the same much as black people, just able to beat and abuse us, right? Like without being punished. The motherfuckers did the same, had to do the same bullshit and live in the same conditions as we did. Very few different occasions there. And motherfuckers just, we get so plant-based on that damn, it was just so good for whites and blacks had it bad. Man, white people been struggling since their existence. Every country, everywhere they go, they fighting and killing each other and dying of plagues and diseases and shit. And we just I know me personally, I was shaped to believe that, white people had it good. Shit. So then it make you think that it's only for the white person. But the whole time it was their ass too. They just didn't know it. They was us, we was them. So that right there alone shows these motherfuckers never taught us nothing of importance.
Nothing. Not a thing. Oh, how much time did I waste? Oh my gosh. I'm not a, I feel like a whippersnapper. I feel like a young man, but I'm not a young man. Man, they wasted a lot of my years, and I'm not, it is what it is, but Lord have mercy. They were never going to tell me nothing. They were going to be like, hey, what time are you coming into, what time are you coming into work? Are you going to come in early like you normally do? Oh, yeah, of course. You going to stay late like you normally do? Oh, of course. Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay, we'll see you then, buddy.
Yeah, they had us shit. They had us, boy. They had us good.
Oh, man, they had me good. But I smelled a rat, though. I was like, something's not right about none of this. I smell a rat. Like, something's weird. These people, it's like this whole thing is weird.
Yeah, they're like, man, everything makes sense. That's what's crazy about this shit. Once you understand commerce, everything else start making sense. Everything start making sense. The way that OG break it all down and put it together is amazing because he spent a lot of time researching it himself. But then after you hear it, you can start putting it together for yourself. You start seeing the shit.
Yeah.
What the court systems really are, what the IRS really is, what the United States really is, what we are, who we've always been, what assets are, the true side of shit, man, not this consumer side of shit.
Yeah, it's not like some obscure thing either. It's not some secret obscure thing. It's just stuff that most people just don't know. It's not like it's not publicly taught. That's all. It's real, and it's a big thing. It's a big world of whatever. But you're not gonna find. They're not gonna teach it publicly, and we can't hope and wish that they will. It's like, even if they do stimulus and all of this stuff that that they're trying to calm people down with or whatever, because people know that everything is changing. It's like that is not their goodwill. That's not their like, oh, okay, yeah, we've done enough. We've done enough bad things. Let's just turn over a new leaf and start being nice now. No, that's not what's happening. And that's another control that they can flip at any time because it's theirs. They're managing it.
Yep. I realized the control was so fucked up, man. When I traveled a little bit and I started seeing every town, every city I went in looked like my town, bro. I was like, yo, when I say look like my shit, I mean like the stores were set up the same way. It would be the same stores, the same type of plazas, the same shit in the area, a little fucking cash checking place, little goddamn bottle shop. We call them bottle shops or liquor stores. Couple of the same gas stations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The McDonald's would be right there next to a Kroger's or some shit with the goddamn wing stop. I'm like, yo, this shit look just like my shit everywhere I go. This shit, I was like, yo, it's not. That's when I realized it wasn't for the benefit of people. It was for the control.
Yeah. Easier for them.
Walmarts, the Dollar Generals, the Family Dollars, like it wasn't never about their money flow. They didn't give a fuck about the money. They cared about the control, the data. How like we feed these people what they eat, bro. We give them the entertainment that they see, the books that you get, the crossword puzzles that you get, the audio plays that you get. You know, like nigga, it's in every hood across the America. The same liquors, everything, bro. Nigga in New York smoke squares. We smoke or whatever the fuck they call them, squallies, and we smoke goddamn posts. You feel me? But it's still a Newport, nigga. We drink Red Bull. We drink Hennessy, bro. We doing it's a control system. Walmarts, Targets. They just sold. So one of y'all was talking about the Dollar General trade. And we pointed that shit out. Like that ain't no motherfucking sale. That shit ain't nothing but a motherfucking a wealth transfer. Another control system.
Another control system.
And then you get to recognize, well, damn, who winning in this shit? How they winning? How they moving this money around? Shit, I want a part of that shit. Shit, I got a security interest in that shit. Fuck you, mean?
You know, it's like it's the thing is that we're already part of it.
Yep.
It's like if I'm already part of it, if I'm going to spend 2 more seconds in this system, you know, I have to, you know, for the sake of my family, I have to be the one making the decisions. I cannot leave them. I cannot leave somebody else to do the things that I must be doing, that I'm responsible for. I can't.
Yeah, that's the duty, bro. That's the duty.
Because they don't have the same interest. They don't have a vested interest in my son's learning. They don't have a vested interest in nothing that I care about. They got a vested interest in what you said, Vadi. They have a vested interest in control. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. And I get it. Okay, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. But I'm not for it though.
Hell yeah, nah. I don't surrender though. I ain't just giving it to you, baby boy. You gonna have to.
Oh, yeah. That's not in my fucking blood. Pardon my French. But okay, that was one of them times. Okay, I'd rather be clear than polite. Surrender is not a word that we use. That's a cuss word to me. You have to do something else. You have to be, you know. I know they're willing to go as far as they need to. I know. Well, they're going to have to do that with me.
Yeah. The good thing is, you know, nothing that we doing is stepping on nobody's toes or asserting nothing crazy. We just gathering our belongings, bro. Gathering our belongings.
Exactly. Yeah, they really don't have a problem with us doing it the right way. They're just not going to tell us how.
Yeah. Help
That's
on the
it.
way. Help on the way though.
Yeah, help is on the way. I received some help already, Vadi. Did I tell you?
I didn't hear. I'm gonna check it out with you in the back.
Cool. They they're offering assistance. What? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
We love assistance.
Yes,
We
I
love
do.
assistance.
I love
But
assistance.
the good thing is the assistance that they offer. Now we able to pick through the bullshit.
Right.
Right now we not just hearing what they say and going. Oh, now a nigga know how to contract with you.
Exactly.
Now a nigga know how to communicate with you for my benefit, right?
Yes.
Not for your corporate benefit or for your personal interest or what your boss told you to come in here and tell me.
Yeah.
A lot of times we speaking to the bosses. Ain't nobody hired, especially the responses that we get and the people that we hitting. It don't be nobody but big people hitting back. That's the only person that can deal with our affairs.
That's right, because they're compartmentalized. They don't want the teller to know that they have to help us. What? So what do you mean we got to help them?
Can't help you shit because they don't have. Because one thing I recognize when it comes to the higher officials that work for these companies, they operate in a private capacity.
Mm.
They operate in the same capacity that we operate in. If you recognize it. You look at their signatures. They don't operate in an individual capacity in no format. They operate in the capacity of trustee of their company that they working for.
Okay, but this is what. Oh, go ahead, Daddy.
Yeah, I was just saying they're not liable for nothing that they doing or signing on behalf of, but they're the only person in position to handle the private affairs of that company. When we as private individuals hit them, another private have to hit us back.
But what do you okay, let me ask you a question then. Would you agree that their private capacity is different from our private capacity?
Yeah, bro, because we operating from our own shit. They operating through somebody else shit. They operating through their corporation shit. Like their employer shit. They don't own that shit. That's some American business. You feel me? That's an agency of America that they operating for. Like when the DOJ hit us back or some shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's Americans. That's American property that they acting on behalf of, but we acting on our behalf of our own shit.
See?
So I think that's the only separation, like that we control our entirety. They don't control shit, but the paperwork that they pushing.
And then I had no understanding about that before King V started to explain the details of this stuff. I wouldn't have even thought there was a difference, but now I see very clearly that their private capacity doesn't even compare to ours.
Oh yeah, not on our behalf anyway. Now, if we was operating through some public shit, then yeah, their capacity would trump our shit because we in their jurisdiction, right? So then, yeah, we will be answering to them, but they coming into our jurisdiction. Remember what's going on, Chip? That's why what they told OG. What they told OG. We can't even further discuss that shit with you, bro, because you're a private. That's a private matter, man. We can't go into that shit with you.
Yeah, we can't give you advice, but we're here. But we're here to assist you. What? Oh, that is so crazy.
Absolutely.
That is still marbles to me. It's like, what?
Skipper, take us to the crib.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Yes,
Heavenly
Lord.
Father, thank you so much. Father, I want to lift up Ashley, Frequency Hackers mom, Ashley, Spill Them Beans daughter, because we're always sending them your love. We're always sending them. We remember whatever it is that they're dealing with. We remember and we lift them up to you. Father, you gave us each other to care for one another. And Father, I hope that they always feel that and always know that. That's what family does. We don't think about it. We don't have to. It's what we do. Father, I thank you that you are revealing to us more and more what you've already done, what you've already given. That you would never send us to a place unequipped, but you would teach us how to access what you've given us. Perhaps we hid it from ourselves ultimately, but the power that you've given us, you put it in the easiest place for us to access it, our own mouth, to claim. The easiest thing that we can do is talk. And that's how we claim. We just claim. But we have to do it competently. And we do it and we claim everything. Not just what they are allowing us to claim or what they're allowing us to be aware of, but the things that were, I would say, even hidden. But they're there. They can be verified. Father, I thank you. I thank you for the message. I thank you for the messenger. Thank you so much. And I just hope that people who are listening are getting the picture that there's something different happening here, and that there's something different happening in the whole world, something that they've never seen, and that they would take the time to do themselves not just a favor, but to do right by themselves and take advantage of what's theirs. Father, I just thank you. I thank you for the privilege of being able to say what we're saying, because there's no other way for us to just love on other people except to help people and to help those who are helping. To swallow our pride and say, hey, these individuals are doing more than I ever dreamed to help people, so I must help them. And I thank you for that privilege. I ask that you bring us back at the appointed time, the next appointed time, safe, healthy, in good strength, and in our fullness, our full capacity, our full glory that you have given us. You have given us your very own glory from the beginning. And I just thank you for that. And you present yourself to us as a father. That means to me that you're always listening. You give us the opportunity to speak a thing because we know that you're always listening. You give us the opportunity to say that, what's true. And I thank you for that. Strength and honor to all who are under the sound of Midwest and King's voice, what they're saying. Father, give them a vision for who they really are. And as for these truths be made clear in the name of the one who made it clear who we are. Yeshua, the one who can even rise from the dead. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. That was a good one, sis. Really good. Really good one.
To financial freedom and correcting your status in the EDU focuses on educating individuals about practical steps like managing debt, building savings, and investing strategically. Key principles include financial tools like trust, bonds, and legal instruments to protect and grow assets, correcting your status in the system. This involves reclaiming your legal and financial identity within governmental and financial systems. Understanding your legal status, correct legal documents like birth certificates and social security records to align with your preferred status. Steps code begin. Educate yourself. Attend workshops, read relevant materials, and network with like-minded individuals. Assess your current standing, understand your debt, credit status, and legal documentation. Take action, start correcting your status through affidavits, trust formations, or A9 applications while building a financial foundation. Plan for long-term freedom. Focus on investments, business, ventures, and creating generational wealth. Midwest EDU's approach empowers individuals to break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. Financial tools like trust, bonds, and legal instruments to protect and grow assets, correcting your status in the system. This involves reclaiming your legal and financial identity within governmental and financial systems. Understanding your legal status, correcting legal documents like birth certificates and social security records to align with your preferred status. Steps to begin. Educate yourself. Attend workshops, read relevant materials, and network with like-minded individuals. Assess your current standing, understand your debt, credit status, and legal documentation. Take action, start correcting your status through affidavits, trust formations, or A9 applications while building a financial foundation. Plan for long-term freedom. Focus on investments, business, ventures, and creating generational wealth. Midwest EDU's approach empowers individuals to break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. To break free from financial and legal constraints, ensuring they live a life aligned with their goals and values. You break free to financial, correcting your status in the system. Guide to financial freedom.